Hello, my name's Nicole Cooper, and today I will be sharing with you one of my favorite recipes. This is a pan crusted Parmesan cutlet with lemon wedges. Okay, these are the ingredients that we will be using for our pan crusted Parmesan cutlets. Well, of course we need our chicken cutlet. These are two beautiful chicken cutlets, Parmesan Reggiano cheese. If you use Parmesan Reggiano cheese, it's the best type of cheese because of the texture is what we're looking for. We'll need two different graters. You'll have some lemon at the end of the dish, a couple of eggs, chives, salt, pepper, olive oil, and flour. Okay, so let's get cooking. I'm using a fine grater. This is like a powdered-like grater, and you want to just, with a little bit of pressure, back and forth. Now the reason why we're using two different graters is because we want two different textures to adhere to the chicken cutlet. Okay, we're going to continue with this grater to make a coarser grade of cheese. Okay. Right now we have chives, and I'm going to just cut them up ever so slightly. This will be in our chopping technique here. This will be in our egg whites. Okay, so next we will be using 3 eggs. We need 3 egg whites, so you're going to need a bowl for the yolks. You can save them for later, use it for an omelet, whatever. We're going to cut, right? And we're just going to go back and forth. There's many ways you can do this. A lot of people go through their hands and let the egg yolks just slide through it, but to me this is much easier. That's the yolk. Another bowl for the shell, and again, really simple. Very, very simple. Back and forth, back and forth. Again, we're going to use 3 of those. Yolk, shell. Last one. Super, super, super. Awesome. And at the same time, we're going to put our chives that I have here that we did. We're going to put those in there. Okay. And we're going to whisk this until it's foamy. Whisk, whisk, whisk. A whisk here until it's a nice foam. Alrighty, here's our next step. This is our assembly line. Let me explain it. We have our Parmesan Reggiano cheese here. This is the fine grating. Next we have our egg whites that we whisked together with the chives. And then we have finally our Parmesan Reggiano cheese in our second grade, our thicker grade, our coarse grade. Then we're going to move over to our pan with a teaspoon of olive oil, hot to a medium-high heat. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to use a little bit, like 2 tablespoons of flour here in the Parmesan Reggiano cheese, the fine one. Use a little fork. Just going to mix together here. The idea is that we want to coat. So you want to think about coating, 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 coating. I'm going to use maybe a little bit more flour. We want that cheese smell. And we will season right before we put the chicken cutlet in the pan. Okay. That was our oven. And we're going to preheat that oven to 200. That's just to keep the first chicken cutlet warm while you work on the second chicken cutlet. Because one at a time, remember. Okay? Chicken cutlet here. We're going to dunk in our Parmesan Reggiano cheese with flour. Now we're going to move over here to our egg white mixture and chive mixture. And we're going to let that drain off because you don't want it all sticky and gooey. You just want just a bit. And our next step is to our pan. Alrighty, so now on medium-high heat, this is a perfect time to season the chicken. I bet you thought I forgot. No! Salt and pepper, okay? So once it's in the frying pan, season that baby. Who doesn't like to be seasoned, right? A chicken cutlet doesn't like to be seasoned, so let's make sure that's all done. It's cooking about almost 3 minutes. I'm going to just check it and see how it looks. It looks like it's getting brown on one side, nicely coated, and it is. I'm going to carefully flip this. I'm just checking all the parts, you see. I'm going to carefully flip this. Okay, it's going to have that nice golden brown. And the idea is that we don't want it pink at all in the middle, so that's a really pretty encrusted side. Now, as we're on this side, we're going to quickly put a little bit of salt and pepper as well on this. Can't hurt, right? Again, we have our oven to 200 degrees because once this is out, we're going to quickly clean our pan and we're going to start on the next one. So we're going to go back to the assembly line and start all over again. And that is a pan-crusted Parmesan chicken cutlet. My roommate would be very proud. All right, I'm just using some lemon here, just so I can squeeze it, which I think would be nice. You hear the chicken cooking away. I turned off the heat, and I'm going to get the other one out of the oven, and we are going to be set. I can't wait to taste it. Here we go. Okay, I've gotten that one out. Now, at the same time, you got to be kind of quick here. I'm going to go in the oven and get our, this was just on a low heat of 200 degrees. So you, again, you want to always think about doing one at a time because, or you can cut the chicken cutlet. That would be nice. If you know you're like, oh, these chicken cutlets are still too big, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. You would just cut it. We have our Parmesan crusted chicken cutlet with lemon wedges. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of lemon on my chicken, and I can't wait to taste. I feel like I'm in a fine dining restaurant. My roommate would be very proud. Unfortunately, he's not here right now, so this is taste for him. First of all, I love that there's a crunch at the very beginning. It's got this tangy, rich, so you don't need a lot, let's just say that. It's fantastic. And the chives come out. It's a great combination, something very light though. You only need like maybe I'm thinking a salad on the side of it, very simple, maybe with tomatoes or something. Very simple, but very good.